What's going on YouTube? In this video, I think it's important that we make clear not everyone can be an entrepreneur. It's Ben Nader. Thank you so much for liking, subscribing, commenting, and visiting another one of my YouTube videos. I truly appreciate all of you guys. I hope everyone is safe and sound inside, not getting coronavirus, getting a haircut soon, getting shaven, all that stuff. But let's get to the video. Let's talk about who should be and who shouldn't be an entrepreneur. So rather than talk about what entrepreneurs are not, I want to talk about what entrepreneurs are. I'm just going to dive right in and go through 10 things that entrepreneurs absolutely embody pretty much 100% of the time. If you are a true entrepreneur, you're constantly reaching for new goals. You don't like your comfort zone. You're not happy there. You want to go somewhere else. You want to try out a new idea. You're an idea person. You're constantly thinking. You're tinkering things up. You're writing on notepads. You're coming up with concepts or a better mousetrap, right? Something that can be modified or something that can be invented. Bottom line is you're always setting up a new goal. You want to accomplish something for yourself or for humanity. It doesn't matter. You can be doing this for money or you can be doing this to help people. Regardless, a true entrepreneur is always thinking forward and leaning into the future rather than leaning and resting on their laurels. The second item that makes a true entrepreneur is that they like to be in control. I know personally, being a January birthday and a Capricorn, that I naturally am a control freak and I like to have my hands on everything and literally control all of my entire operation. That's why I have no employees. I have nobody doing anything for me. I am a one-man show, literally with my agency, my program, YouTube. I do everything alone because if I want it done right, I'm gonna do it myself. Now, many people could disagree with that, and a lot of people could say, hey, you could delegate here, you could delegate there, you could have someone do this, that, and that's totally accurate. In fact, it's 100% accurate. But being an entrepreneur, I have this thing inside of me that says, I want control. I have to have my hand in that. I want to be able to control that thing right there because I want it done that way. So being in control is a huge tendency of true, genuine entrepreneurs. I see it everywhere with many fellow entrepreneurs that I'm friends with. They're always in control of what they're doing. That includes everything they're actually doing and their time. Number 3 is pretty simple. Being a true entrepreneur means you're a true risk taker. No, this doesn't mean that you like to go parachuting all the time or that you like to go cliff jumping or whatever it might be. It means that you have a high tolerance for risk. And that's generally in the business realm when we're talking about entrepreneurs. So this means maybe you invest a little bit more than somebody else, or you invest in something that's a little bit unknown before somebody else does. Having a higher risk tolerance might mean that you leave your 9-to-5 before you're totally up and ready and cash flowing in a business that you're starting. Essentially what it means is that you really see the world in a different way. You understand that there's another job out there for you. There's another 9-to-5. If you fail out on something, there's always a plan B, C, D, and forever and ever and ever on. You don't need to worry because you have such a high risk tolerance, but other people don't have that. They have a really low risk tolerance and they're risk averse, meaning they don't want to take those risks. And those people are not true entrepreneurs most of the time. Now, number 4 could not be more true. You like making your own money. I pretty much think of this as the definition of an entrepreneur, wanting to make your own money on your own way, on your own time, on your own will. This means that you don't have a boss. No one's telling you what to do. Nobody is telling you when to do it, and no one's telling you how to do it. So you have free and complete reign on exactly how you're making your money and hence how much money you're making. So entrepreneurs have the ability to scale their businesses up higher and higher and higher rather than remaining in a 9-to-5 where they're stuck with a $60,000 base salary and maybe they're looking at that promotion or bonus, but that's the only bones that are going to get thrown. They're not going to get thrown something like a huge opportunity to scale that you have, again, full control over wherever you want to make moves. Pretty much any true entrepreneur wants to make their own money, and that's that. Fact for fact. You're not going to find an entrepreneur that's really okay with working for somebody else. It's just not how it goes. Now this feeds right into number 5, which is you feel like you do not fit in. So a lot of entrepreneurs start out working corporate 9-to-5 jobs, like most of us do. 99% of people end up working at a corporate 9-to-5, and then they venture out and take their entrepreneurship to the next level, create a business, start it to cash flow, and then just scale that from there. But entrepreneurs truly don't feel like they fit in when they're at that 9-to-5 the entire time until they leave and actually start making their own money. I can personally attest to this 1000%. I've never felt like I fit in a 9-to-5 culture. Absolutely never. I've never fit in where I felt like a boss was breathing over my shoulder, looking at my metrics, checking my KPIs, whatever I was doing, giving orders, all that sort of thing. I have always felt like I could produce so much more, 10x more, if I were to simply be able to do it on my own, in my own free will. This also goes for the culture around the 9-to-5, right? So in the 9-to-5 culture or in the working world culture where you graduate from college and you go get that 9-to-5 job where you hopefully can climb that corporate ladder, you just don't feel right about it. Something gets you a couple months in and you start to really feel it. Everyone around you is all about it. They're totally okay. They're not entrepreneurs. Being an entrepreneur though, you get this irky feeling like I'm not supposed to be here, or all these people are okay with just this, but I want so much more, right? And it doesn't mean you're better than anyone. It just means it's not the right environment for you. Number 6 is something that a lot of people don't think about, but entrepreneurs are generally introverts. Now this can actually be unpacked until the cows come home, but there are so many variations of introverted entrepreneurs and extroverted entrepreneurs, but there are so many advantages to being an introvert and an entrepreneur. It means you like to think a lot. It means you like to be by yourself a lot. Generally, it means you like to get things done. Introverts recharge and get their energy by being alone and away from people. Extroverts recharge and get their energy by being around a ton of people. Now that in itself doesn't really have any bearing on whether you're a true entrepreneur or not, but it does mean that the introvert spends a lot more time alone, by themselves, thinking, conjuring up things, getting stuff done, and working on ideas. The extrovert is around people. They can't do that by definition. Now that's not to say, of course, that there are plenty of extroverted entrepreneurs. There's a bazillion of them. But all I'm saying is that true entrepreneurs most likely are introverts. All right, so number 7, you're good with money. This kind of goes without saying. I mean, honestly, budgeting is pretty much everything, whether it's at home or in business. Budgeting is highly important. Accounting, finance, all of those things come really, really natural to an entrepreneur. So being good with money just means even more that you are a true entrepreneur. You take action. As you know, if you follow my YouTube channel, you always know that I'm talking about execution, execution, and more execution. 10x, right? So whatever you're doing, take it, 10x it, and scale, scale, scale. True entrepreneurs understand this concept. They figure out whatever's working, whatever's cash flowing for them, making them money, and they 10x that. They figure out a way to multiply that to make a huge sum of money. That's an entrepreneur's brain right there. That's not a non-entrepreneur's brain, right? People that don't think entrepreneurial like, they think, oh, that's a one-off, or that's really cool, that made a lot of money, or that's really awesome, that thing sold for XYZ, maybe I can sell another one. No, an entrepreneur sets up an entire business once they figure out what makes them money. It's not just executing on what actually makes you money, but it's the fact that you execute to begin with. So, like I've said in previous videos, a billion people have a billion different ideas, but it's only the true entrepreneur that takes it and executes upon it. Any idea you can come up with could be $1 million idea, but without any execution or action, it's just an idea. Number 9 on the list of being a true entrepreneur, you are confident. I can tell you an absolute truth. I got nowhere near halfway where I want to be without some confidence. And I can tell you, like I said, I'm again not even halfway where I want to be. Confidence simply exudes from real entrepreneurs. They really breathe it and live it. They're actually confident people in every scenario. They're always on top of their game. They know what they're doing. They're already confident in what they're doing, and they're confident it's going to work out. If I had to put this in simple terms, they believe in themselves. True entrepreneurs have real belief in themselves that they're confident enough to do whatever they want to do. Conquer the world, for God's sakes, right? Anything they want to do, they can do it. They're confident enough to do that. Last but not least, number 10, true entrepreneurs see the big picture. Listen, to be a true entrepreneur, you have to see the forest, not the trees. You can't get bogged down by the small stuff. You have to keep trucking, right? So entrepreneurs absolutely view the long game, not the short game. They're looking at the big picture, what can completely happen, not happen in a day, but happen in a month, or happen in a quarter, or a year. True entrepreneurs play the game of life like chess, not checkers. They're looking 12 moves ahead, not just the next move. They're looking at what they can do to take the most advantage of every single step along the way. They are planners. They're looking at the big picture and not the small one. Simply put, entrepreneurs think bigger than most people, and therefore they get more than most people. All right, guys, if you enjoyed that video, please smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, as well as the alert button so that you know every single time I come out with a brand new video. Until then.